From the BBR studios, it is Line Locked, where we bring you a lot of racing stuff and a lot of BS.
I like BS.
You like BS. I am Chris, and you are who?
Corey.
Corey. Well, welcome to the show. This is what episode is this?
This will be episode 15.
15, yeah. And we got some exciting stuff coming up.
I tell you what we got exciting is we got a guy named Kevin we're friends with. He's running sick week this week. It's coming week.
Yeah.
So we're going to ask him what he's doing, how he's doing it, and all the ins and outs.
Yeah. I haven't really been a big sick week person except when I'm sick. So I'm excited just to learn a lot more about this race because it's a big deal.
There's a lot of rules I've been reading. I got questions to ask. I think it's going to be an interesting episode, so you guys stick around for that. First off, we got something silly. My wife brought these, and she said we need to try them. They're North Star Farm, and they're freeze-dried original and sour Skittles. So we're going to try the originals first.
Oh, the originals?
Yeah,
okay.
Original. That's really good.
It's not as chewy as the original.
No, it's
the
freeze-dried. Yeah, It's almost like space people food.
All right.
All right, here goes sour. That ain't bad.
Not as sour as I thought it would be.
If you hear the dog, that's Red. We had to do 2 episodes today, and they needed a bathroom break, so you just got to deal with that, guys. I don't know. That was pretty good.
That wasn't too bad.
I like the sour ones. You know, that's North Star Farms. You can northstarfarm.com.
There you
They're
go.
really good. $7 a little package like that.
Yeah, that
Totally
wasn't too
worth
bad. First time I ever had freeze-dried anything.
It was good.
Okay.
Well, we got Riddle.
We got a riddle today.
Yeah, what is it?
So they've gone over so well before.
Yeah, well, last time we premiered this, somebody was guessing as it was premiering. So what we got?
Yeah. So this is real easy. Okay. If I am holding a bee, what do I have in my eye?
You son of a bitch.
If I am holding a bee, what do I have in my eye?
Okay.
We'll get you the answer at the end of the podcast. Yeah. So make sure you stay tuned.
And Kevin,
for
if you're listening, don't be Googling. We already got lied to once.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, well, wife in the background, you hear her whispering.
Left hand. Okay, ready for the news?
Let's do the news. It is the Line Locked News with your anchor, Senor Ricardo. Peace.
Peace. That's cool. I'm good with it.
All right.
Thank you. All right. So, quick news because I'm really excited to talk to Kevin. So we'll just get through this real quick. Miami-Dade Crackdown. Suspect street racing organizer charged with over 20 counts.
Wow.
So evidently, I think it's more of like a streetcar takeover deal where they shut the interstate down. But the underground world of street racing in Miami-Dade County has taken a significant hit with the arrest of alleged primary organizer Jose Alfredo Martinez. 32 is taken into custody with a slew of charges, including running a social media account used to set up these illegal events. And according to NBC Miami, charges against Martinez number over 20 counts of facilitating drag racing, 9 counts of inciting a riot,
Jeez,
and 1 count each for fleeing and eluding and reckless driving. So he'll be going away for a little bit.
Well, I wonder if Dom's still in there too. Yeah. This is really like some Fast and Furious stuff.
100%. But it goes into our next little news topic. Okay, first of all, fake news. Which one was that one?
That's the top.
This one?
You are fake news.
I'm putting it out there because I haven't seen any press releases, but there's been some memes put out there lately. Holley is like stopping any partnership with anybody that's doing any street racing. So I don't know for what it's worth. Maybe we'll throw up a couple memes behind us of some of the funny ones I've seen.
Yeah, that's gonna be a kind of a hard sell, though. I mean, that's good to
it's
be
just the sponsorship side. So if you want to be sponsored by Holley, you can't street race.
So does this mean outlaw street racing?
Yeah, that's what they don't want none of that. But here's what happened. In my opinion, what's going on here. Holley just went public last year, and if you're listening, fuck you, because you cost me half my investment, you sons of bitches. Actually, we need to all this is bleeped out because maybe one day we want to be sponsored by.
Sorry, we didn't mean it.
Okay, whoever's running their Wall Street account, because they hurt. I've got a bad hurting.
Yeah,
a bad hurting.
Yeah.
I mean, I bought it. It wasn't an IPO, but it was their initial offering, and man, I got slammed. I took for 75% of my investment.
And it was going up steadily for a long time.
Yeah. Well, see, the original buy-in, you got extra shares over 60 days, and at 60 days is when everything dropped below what the share price was, so that you couldn't get free ones. Basically, I was pissed.
I'm done with the stock market, man. I'm just done with it.
You haven't done well. I haven't done too bad. But I tell you, last year wasn't a great year to be invested.
Well,
anyway.
I'll tell you one thing. It's not great to be investing in right now.
What?
Electric cars.
Yeah. Great segue.
I know, right? I did it on purpose, man. Yes.
Hertz is selling 20,000 EVs due to the vehicle cost of ownership. Yeah. So trying to charge them, trying to maintain them, the batteries when they break, all that stuff. They said, we're not doing it. This is going to flood the used car market. So if you're looking to sell one, I wouldn't right now.
I read a story where a guy bought a brand new electric car off the lot, and within the first few hours of driving it off, something broke on it, and the dealership refused to fix it, and it cost him $15,000.
Whoa,
that might be fake news, but
you are fake news.
But I did read that article, so I mean, who knows? And what this has to do with racing is that there's a lot of people coming into the drag racing circuit with electric cars, and it's always been controversial, versus combustion engines and stuff. And if these cars just ain't going to last, then we may not have to even worry about it.
Well, when it costs $20,000 to replace a battery, it's just not really worth it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, they're going to figure it out. It is what it is. I mean, hopefully, eventually, they come up with some solution to if there is such a thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm holding out for hydrogen.
Well, solar or hydrogen is probably going to be the way to go. That's actually worth
solar.
a damn.
To have like a windmill on the top of the car. You think?
Yes. Well, hey, if you're going 80 miles an hour and your velocity is causing the windmill to turn, are you able to go?
We may get murdered because I think we just figured out. I don't think I could say that word.
Don't say it. Bleep it out.
You bleep it out. We may get unalived. We may have figured out perpetual motion.
Well, I saw a meme the other day where it was a car with how they dangle a carrot in front of you, but it was a magnet. And the other half of the magnet was on the car, and so it was attracting to each other. Yeah. And they were like, "Will this car actually move?"
It won't. That breaks the laws of thermodynamics or something. I don't know. All right, are we ready for our special
guest? Yeah, let's get this going, man.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Is it this one?
Oh, I don't know if I don't think it's that one.
I think it's that one.
Is it? All right.
Nope,
that was the news.
That's it.
That's it. All right, we've got the shit brown wagon driving, grocery getting, twin turbo Godzilla having Kevin Schwizer on the show. How are you doing, Kevin?
Great. How you guys doing?
Not too bad.
What'd you think about the intro?
Yeah, do you have any comments about any of the stuff we just talked about?
I damn sure don't want an EV. That's damn sure.
Yeah, the EV thing is, the thing is, they're here to stay. I mean, there's too much money. Big corporations have wrapped so much money into making this work. They're here to stay. I just don't see them going away. Personally, I don't know. I ain't buying
one. So.
Yeah, I ain't buying one, especially those guys in the north. Have you heard about all those people they can't even get their cars to charge because it's too cold outside?
Yeah, they would get down to 5% or something like that, and they'd go stick it on a charger, and it just wouldn't go up.
Yeah, well,
stranded.
Kevin, tell me about yourself. Who are you? What are you doing?
Kevin Schwizer, 46 years old.
Do you like long walks on the beach?
Horseback riding.
Romantic novels?
Swipe right.
Yep.
Now, so how do you get into all this, man? So first of all, let me tell you how I know you a little bit. We met in Bowling Green this year, and I got to take a ride in the car you're going to be taking to Sick Week. And it is absolutely amazing. But you don't get there. You don't start there. How'd you start doing this crap?
Well, I mean, it started years ago. My dad got me into racing, and kind of an addiction you can't get out of. And I raced for years, and I quit. My last pass was 2003. So I've been out of it that long, and I decided that 4 or 5 years ago, I talked to wife, and you got to build this car to go drag racing. Yeah. But I wanted a street car. I could go do some drag and drive stuff. I'd been to a couple of them events, and I just didn't want something I could only use 1 or 2 days a week. I couldn't street drive, so that's how this all started, and it just snowballed out of control like most things do. And
so you were out for 20 years, and then you decided to come on back. About what year did you start working on making this? Well, first of all, why did you choose the wagon?
Because I wanted to do all the drag and drive stuff. We built the Mustang. It's with a roll cage. You only put 2 people in it.
Okay.
Oh.
So it's either me and my daughter or me and the wife or something. So
yeah. Good point.
Was a very good decision in my opinion.
Yeah. So you built the wagon for seat basically.
But
bring your buddies.
But not only that, you didn't choose like a Dodge Magnum or some cool Nomad or something. You chose an '80 Mercury Zephyr, which is badass, by the way.
Yeah.
So what made you choose that car?
Well, I'm a Ford guy, so you got to stay in the Ford family. There's no other option. So.
Yeah, well, you don't have to.
I'm not an LS swap kind of guy, Corey.
Hey, we've been down this road. We actually made mention on his thing. He's going to do. We'll get to it. All right, I ain't going to do it. All right. Nonetheless, so you picked this car, and I'm assuming you found it at a junkyard or something, right? Or
what? Found it at a junkyard?
Up by Louisville.
Where did you find it?
Up by Louisville.
Yeah, over Albany. And then did they pay you to take it off? Or
Man, we're brutal today. We're brutal.
My daughter actually made me a mean the other day. She said it to me out at work. How do you spend $80,000 on a $2,000 car?
Yeah, 100%.
I changed this for you. I went, yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, no shit though. It is really cool looking. You got bead locks in the back. I mean, it looks race but also if you didn't, depending on how it's parked, you would have no idea. I mean, you would have no idea.
It's not real obvious that's a race car until you see the side of it. But
yeah. So when you came down and met us at Bowling Green, they had told me, the Hamiltons had told me about you coming and bringing this wagon, and I'm not really sure what I had expected. It surely wasn't an '80s Zephyr. It certainly was not that. And then you pull out, and I hear it running, but turbo cars are one of those things where I haven't been around enough of them to know, does that sound like it's fast? I have no idea. They're pretty quiet. So, it is what it is. But then you put the hood open, and Bill came over to me and said, hey, man, you probably want to go check that out. There is not a square inch unused underneath that.
And Corey comes over, and he's like, want to do a little grudge racing? I'm like, hell yeah.
Well, I
just go out run 820s. It's no fun no more.
Yeah. You don't want that. You don't want that smoke, man.
Hey, the thing? Well, okay, you're 100% right. I thought I had you for a second.
No, not until he went out there and raced that dragster.
Yeah, Corey.
Yeah. What you got?
My latest Christmas present.
Yeah. You're 100% right.
Yes.
There ain't no street in that truck. But when you pulled it out, and I knew it was fast as a twin turbo Godzilla motor. I mean, I knew it was fast. I just didn't know. I didn't think it was that fast. And somebody had mentioned to me that you were trying to do 850 indexing and I saw 850 on the window, I believe. So I was like, oh man, this is chump change. I'll beat the brakes off this Zephyr. And then he goes out there, your first pass, which it was a little bit of a shakedown pass for you, wasn't it?
I was just trying to get a 530 tune-up for the 8 mile.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I was mainly playing with, so I just turned it to 1,000 feet, clicked it, and run an 828.
Yeah, faster than I've ever been in that truck. My fastest.
That's what I had something to play with. And I called my tuner. I said, well, we got our 530 tune-up. He goes, what do you want to do? I said, I think you pretty much know what we got to do now.
We got to go faster.
Yeah.
So your goal that week was to run a 7-second pass.
It was.
Yeah. So we got you up there a couple times to try to make that happen. And in all honesty, the track was there.
The track was there.
The weather was good. You probably needed a couple passes to get exactly where the tuner wanted to feel comfortable putting more power in. But you had the tune, and you were ready to do it. And then what happened?
Well, the first pass I hit the rev limiter like an idiot. So.
Yeah.
But it was kind of my fault, my tuner's fault. We'd never been that quick, so we didn't turn the rev limiter up. We forgot about it.
Yeah. And then I
hold her down, and it runs like 802, and I'm like, we're close now. So.
Yeah. And then we're like, this is a done deal. We're going to make this happen today.
Yeah.
We talked to the track owner. First of all, let's talk about that. So you came down there basically to test and tune, but you entered the hot rod class, I believe, which I think the fastest you were allowed to even go in the hot rod class was like 10 seconds or something. What was it?
It was 9.0.
9.0. Yeah. So it was 9.0. So when he went up there to make this pass, it was going to be his 7, we thought. You had 9.0 on the window, right?
Yeah.
And he goes up.
You got to play by the rules, right?
Yeah, you certainly do. And then he pulls up, and you just happened to race another wagon, I believe, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, man, this guy's fixing to find out what 7.0 looks like.
Oh yeah.
And you took off, and it looked really good. It just, like you said, it hit the rev limiter. So you were out of competition, but a lot of us are kind of friends with the track owner there, and you mentioned to him, hey, if there's some downtime, can I make another? And he agreed to it. And we were ready and set up ready. We were going to do it, and had some weather come in, and it rained, and it kind of pushed everything back, and then, it just wasn't the day for it. But
yeah, because I ran the 802 first on the limiter, then we turned the limiter up, and I ran 806 when the car wouldn't shift. So
yeah, so you end up packing it up, and you come back. I would say roughly a month later, something like that.
I think it's a week or two.
Oh, was it that soon? Okay, week or
Which
two.
I really
later.
wasn't mad that I couldn't run the 7 because my family wasn't with me.
Yeah, and that's
I
true.
really wanted them there when I did it.
Yeah, and that we talked about that. That is 100% true. They helped you with this, supported you through this. They should have been there with that. I just wanted to be there. And I even, if it was on a weekend I was off, I was going to drive down there and watch it happen because it's just cool. It really is. So you end up getting a 7 what pass?
789 at 175.
So he just said we don't even need no 90s.
Yeah.
Let's just go to the 780s.
Yes. Yeah.
That is too
Well,
cool.
I'll tell you that, and this is not really meant to boost your ego because I know it will make your head kind of explode here. On your last pass, I think it was for the elimination run there at Bowling Green, you were racing a rail dragster, weren't you? Or something close to it, or one of the runs you were running?
Yeah, one of the runs was running.
Yeah, I don't know if it was your elimination, but we were behind. We were in your lane, watching, cheering you on and stuff. But I can actually hear some of the people talking when you were pulling in. They're like, and you're up against this rail dragster, and they were like, "Yeah, what the hell's going on?" It was like a big mismatch in there.
Yeah.
And people were kind of laughing and stuff like that. I mean, and you beat the guy, didn't you?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
100%,
you beat the guy, and then all of a sudden, everybody's attitude changed. Like, what the fuck was
They don't last
that?
for too long.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I thought it was a pretty proud moment because I was like, man, I know this guy. I'm in this guy's lane, and he's got this shit brown Nova going down the track, beating everybody.
Hey, Chris
so.
looked over and said, "That's my friend."
It's my friend. It's my friend. I know him. I know him.
No, it was really cool to see you make some really aggressive passes, and that thing is fast.
Man.
I think I could probably, what are your 60 foots? I think I can out 60 foot you.
126 is.
Oh, I can out 60 foot you. I can out 60 foot you at least. I'll be winning that race for a little bit.
It's for 60 feet.
So, hey, I tell you what, a lot of people do quarter mile or even 330. We're going to do 60 foot. That's all the race.
What's the fastest you get in the 60 foot?
I've been down to a teen with the old blower setup. The problem with the new
19 or
18. But
we can get there.
my blower setup I have right now, it won't do it. I don't know if I try to tune it up really hot in the beginning, it burns the tire out. I don't know what it was about the old blower. I guess a lot of it had to do, it just wasn't making as much power down low. But now I just knock the tire off if I try to do anything aggressive. I routinely do 32 or 30 if I'm on a 9.0. And if I'm on an 850 or trying for an 850 pass, I'll do a 27, 28. But the truck has done an 18 with the old blower. So let's just do a 60-foot race.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
You can try that. I don't care.
Now, I don't think
but-
I'll ever get to 7. Well, no, I think 7 flat is in the cards. I think
Well,
I
with
can
those
do
new
it.
tires, you should be able to.
I could probably. I
At
just
least
don't.
750.
I'm not going to be doing a 780. I mean, if I get 7, it'll be 799.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about Sick Week because that's coming up this week, and you've been preparing for it. You've sent me some pictures. You got the trailer built. What are you thinking? What's going through your mind? What are you thinking about? Do you have lists made? Like, what is your process? Because you leave literally in, let's see, today's Thursday. You leave in a week and a day, right?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
today's being Thursday. When this comes out, it'll be Sunday. So you're leaving very, 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 very soon for this.
The main goal is to go down there and complete the event.
Yep. And you're going to be
I like
running.
to run an 8 every day and complete the event.
So you're just trying to run a high 8. You're not going to try to hit the 850 index?
Yeah, we're going to try to run 850, 860, but I mean, if it runs in 880, I'm not going to throw it away. I'll turn it in and leave. So
Yeah. So it's about a 900-mile drive, I think. Is that what it is?
yeah, it's like 835 miles for the route.
Yeah.
Plus
So
you got going back and forth to the hotel and running around at night. So
have you been to any of those tracks, Bradenton and I think it's South Georgia?
I've been to Orlando years ago
Yeah.
just to watch, but
Yeah.
that's it. So
I haven't been to any of them. So I'm going to live vicariously through you. I need you to text me pictures. Bradenton is one that's on the internet a lot because they have a lot of cool events. This being one of them, but it's a cool track. And then you're going to go there. That's the ending track as well. That's soon because you're trailing everything down there.
yeah, we start and end at Orlando. Yeah.
Or Orlando. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So that's cool, man.
And
Orlando
the nice
Speedway.
thing about day one, we go to Orlando to Bradenton.
Yeah.
Our last checkpoint is Cletus McFarland's Freedom Factory.
Oh, cool.
that'd
So
be
you,
awesome.
you
At least
actually
one lap around the Freedom Factory.
no shit.
I thought, how badass is that?
Dude, that is so cool, man.
Yeah. Jealous.
So I think, is he competing this year? Yeah, he's competing in Ruby this year, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. That's cool, man. So 850 would be doing work, but you're happy with the 890 and just completing the whole thing because it's going to take some
the main
effort.
goal is to complete it.
What's your confidence level?
Probably 90%.
90% confident? All right, so what we're going to do, because I got a bunch of questions, rule questions and everything like that. Let's take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll finish kind of the talk about the sick week and what we have planned to figure out how you're going to do it.
Sounds good. We'll see you in a bit.
All right.
Do you need an engine built right for your car? Take it from us. Call Performance Automotive in Beth Alto, Illinois. Whether it's a small block, big block, Chevy, Ford, or even a diesel. Call Mike or Gordon. These guys are guys that you can trust. That's Performance Automotive, and tell them Line Lock sent ya.
All right, we're back with Kevin. And again, thank you for standing by in that little sponsorship area.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever really addressed the car itself. I know we talked about what it is and kind of made fun of it, but it's a twin turbo Godzilla motor, right?
Yeah, 445 inches.
445, and then what size turbos?
72 millimeter.
And what transmission?
Powerglide.
Powerglide.
It's just old school. It just works.
Yeah, old school. It works. What about
Everybody's like, put a 400 in it. Put a 400 in it.
I tell you, I would think the Powerglide, is that a problem with trying to tune the turbos, or is that easier? I didn't know if does it matter.
My first turbo car too, so I don't know.
What rear gear you got?
350.
350. Yeah, that's very turbo-esque, especially the speeds you're running. So that's kind of the layout, and you got 4 seats in it. You got some really nice parts. I mean, everything in there, it's blinged. I mean, you got really nice parts.
I mean, it's definitely overbuilt, I would say.
Yeah, just
for what I'm doing with it.
So one of the preparations that you did recently, you pulled the motor out, and I said, "Oh, you gonna actually put an LS in and actually be competitive?" You didn't like that comment too much.
No, I wasn't going for the Rainbow Warrior look.
But you upgraded your oil pump, right? Is that what it was?
Yes, it did.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Yeah, I went to PRI, found a new setup I really liked, and I talked to the guy and told him if you're ever interested, give me a call. And 2 weeks later, he calls me and said, "Hey, I want to do this." So lo and behold, I took the motor out again. I just had the motor out 2 weeks before that.
Yeah, but
playing with some stuff. But
you were having some oil pressure issues that evidently solved it, right?
Yeah, definitely solved it, fixed it.
Yeah, cool. All right,
so the problem is when you take away the stock oil pan, it takes away the variable oil pump.
Okay.
So now the oil pump just runs wide open. There's no way to control it.
Okay, and that's what this new system does.
So I had piston squirters in the motor.
Yeah.
And it was letting too much pressure out.
Oh, okay.
Then I pulled the motor right after that 789 pass, pulled the motor out, blocked 4 of them off. And that raised it up about 10 pounds, and it kind of band-aided the issue, and I had 2050 oil in it, and it was always just a band-aid.
Yeah.
So this setup come out, I really want this setup because it's an internal bypass in the oil pump, just like a standard small block or big block would be from the factory. So
what's that thing rev up to?
We've had it 7,800 so far.
Okay.
That's about the limit of where I want to put it.
The party don't get started till 8,200.
Yeah, on my budget it stops.
Quits being a party at 8,200. Huh?
Your wallet's got a rev limiter on it, doesn't it?
I mean, put it this way, Corey, 7,800 still wore your ass out.
Oh,
yeah, because
8,200.
Well, it's because those 350 gears, man. Yeah, you're right. I feel so emasculated right now.
I mean, on that 789 pass, I was still on limiter. 750 on that pass.
Yeah, wow, that's cool.
So how much?
It would have went a little quicker had it not been on limiter. But
how much did your car weigh?
All of it.
3,500.
3,500.
That's light. What I would have thought it would have been close to 4 or more. That's a lot of vehicle, brother.
Yeah. It is.
Just those door. Did you remove the door bars? Because I know in those era vehicles, the doors themselves weigh like 80 pounds a piece.
No, that's all that crap still in there.
Does it have
40 pounds of insulation underneath the carpet and all that? We put insulation back in it. So
well, that probably in a nutshell. I mean, you're obviously going fast, but it probably helps you. Lowers your center of gravity. Traction will be less of an issue because you got more weight on the rear tire. You're actually transferring the car leaves nice, And you're running a drag radial, right?
Yeah.
All right. So let's quickly talk about some of the rules for Sick Week. Now, I kind of went through them myself a little bit. Have you? I'm assuming you versed it. I bet it's probably in your toilet reading. Just to go over them every time you're in there, right? Am I right?
Was.
It was. Yeah. So there's a lot of them, but it's pretty simple. You show up. It's you and one crew member. Is that what? Basically.
No, as many as you can fit in the car.
So you can have. So there's a possible fourth seat that is available. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. I mean, you want to fly down and next Saturday I'll pick you up, or what?
There you go.
Let me look at the fire department schedule. We may have to go a line lock hiatus.
Yeah.
Or you're going to be live from location.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Nonetheless, so you're going to bring your wife and your daughter, correct?
Yes.
Cool. You got a trailer. I saw that. Are you changing tires for your drive part? Nope. So you're going to leave the drag radials on here and you're just going to go after it. All right.
I was trying to find a new set of wheels and tires.
Yeah.
For a street setup, but just kind of couldn't afford them right now with having surgery on my hands a while back. I didn't want to spend extra money. So
yeah, I understand.
I'm just going to run drag radials all week.
Yeah, and God knows there's going to be some weird offsets on those rims. I don't know if it is. I just assume there is.
Yeah, it's a 15 by 12 with 3.5 inch backspace. So.
Yeah, that's not that. Well, it is, but it's not that crazy. You could probably find one if you needed to.
It gets you in trouble because you have a 5/8 stud.
Yeah,
drive stud.
Yeah.
So it's not a 1/2 inch hole, and then it gets real weird. So.
You're not buying.
By putting that wheel on, you end up getting the rear end housing a little bit narrower, try to save a little bit of weight.
Yeah. When we mentioned that when I went to narrow my rear end, you told me something I've never heard anybody before say, is you narrow it as narrow as you can get it because that's just free weight reduction. All that steel in there.
Yeah. Did those wagons come with 5/8 and some stock?
They probably come with 4 at 3/8.
Yes, exactly.
It was 4.
All right. So there's some other rules. For one, you have to stop at a checkpoint between. Well, first of all, the racing usually starts around 11, I think, because from the schedule that I saw, 9 or 11, somewhere around there. So it's literally a bit later in the afternoon, or is it early morning?
No, it's usually 8 or 9 o'clock we start.
Okay, so it's the other events that start later, the Dragon Drives instead, not the Sick Week, but the ones that are up north. They start later. So these start earlier, so you can have drive time in the evening. Is kind of what people liked about the Sick Week style. Basically what you're gonna make a lap, convert whatever you got to convert to go driving, and then you got to go to a checkpoint somewhere between the next track. Is that correct? And then you stay in a hotel or something.
Yeah, we usually have 2 or 3 checkpoints.
Yeah. Okay. So several. What are the kind of the rules are if you break?
You can't have any outside help.
Nothing.
That's the number one rule. You can't stage parts. You can't call your buddy, hey, I'm going to stage whatever parts at your house, or you can't stage this, you can't stage that. They don't want to have outside help.
But whatever's in your trailer's fair game.
Yeah. Or, I mean, you can borrow something from a competitor.
Yeah.
But you can't just knowingly have parts sitting at somebody's house that you can just stop by and pick up.
Right.
Yeah.
And going down the road at an unfair advantage. So
one of the rules I saw too was you can't have a vehicle that is kind of designated as your parts hauler. So it would be like a bigger truck that's running an event, but it's not competitive, but it's just giving you parts.
Yeah.
So they're trying to avoid that. And most of this stuff is going to be policed by the racers. They're going to see it. But
I've got some guys coming with me that's going to follow me around, but they'll leave a half hour before I do, or they'll wait a half hour till after I leave. So.
Yeah. And y'all can help each other.
Today we're all meet up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The big thing is if you get towed somewhere, it's over. Is that right? About right?
Unless you're on the side of the highway and you're in danger of something. If you're on the side of the interstate, you need to get pulled to the next exit.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
But that's it.
That's it. You can't get towed to a service station or whatever. You just got to get off wherever dangerous is, basically. Yeah.
Correct.
So this style of racing has been around for a little while, probably I'd say 20 years. I've been to a few of the Dragon Drives they've had up north when Jeff Lutz and all those guys were doing it, which I hear he is going to be racing at Sick Week as well.
He's coming back. Yes, he is.
So that's going to be cool. You excited to meet him or see him race? What is that car called? It's like big long ass Camaro. I thought it was Camaro.
Mad Max.
Mad Max.
Yeah.
Have you seen that car?
No, I haven't.
Pretty badass. I saw the car when I think it was his last year he raced the Dragon Drive. I don't know how many years ago that was, but he raced it up in Indianapolis, and I met him. He's shorter than you would expect.
We saw him at PRI.
Yeah, I saw him at PRI as well.
Yeah.
He's a nice enough guy. He was little standoffish. But you guys are the drag and drive guys. They're there for one purpose. Let's get this over with and get moving. So you kind of gotta expect that.
Yeah,
I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, our goal is just one pass and done. I'd like to be on the road by 11.
Yeah.
Gives you a little bit more time to drive.
So how does it work points wise or something? Is how you finish each drag strip? Is that what's kind of determines the winner?
It's a 5-day average for my class. You can't run faster than 850, and it's just a 5-day average. Whoever gets closest to 850 through the week.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
And you get as many passes as you want that day, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So depends on how much effort.
If you get numerous passes, it just puts you later in the day when you leave.
Yeah.
Well, then if you have trouble.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're on the side of the road, but it's dark, or if you get to the hotel late, you don't get dinner, and then once you get behind like a day or two, you can't get caught up. All of a sudden, you get sleep deprived.
Yeah.
You're not eating right. You're not sleeping well, so it really screws your system up.
So you probably have you called Bubba for some advice, because Bubba's been down this road. Have you talked with him to figure out how he kind of got any pointers or something?
We did talk at PRI, but I've done it with some buddies of mine. I've followed him around for 4 or 5 years. So
yeah. It's pretty wild. So you 5-day average. The last race will be back with at the same one as you started at, and then you just gonna let her hang out that day, try to run that 850.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We'll swing for the fence on the last day. So
I mean, as much as good as that car leaves from the starting line, I don't think you have any trouble getting to 850. And the weather is supposed to be pretty good. I mean, I know it's 2 weeks out basically. But from what I saw, the weather's supposed to be pretty decent. I don't know about rain or nothing, but as far as temperatures in that area, you should be all right there.
Yeah, and I've never run in Florida, so I don't know what the tune-up's going to be like. We got something we think will work. So
yeah,
and we put some extra switches on the dash last week, and I turned the timing down up to 3 degrees. I can turn the boost up 3 degrees, 3 pounds. So
sweet,
cool, man.
That way, if I can't get a hold of my tuner midweek, I can just do what I have to do. And
yeah, do you feel comfortable enough to make some of those adjustments?
Oh yeah.
Good. And,
I mean, I always text him for the week if I need to ask a question or something. So
yeah, no, it's a group and team effort for that. Anything that you're particularly nervous about, other than I mean, obviously when you break something, that's going to be something nervous. But is there something that maybe I'm not thinking of that's kind of nerve wracking, or what is in front of mind right now?
Yeah, I was nervous for a while, but then you get to the point where like you can't take. I don't have the money to take $10,000 worth of spare parts.
Yeah.
I mean, a $1,000 fuel pump. There's no use to have another one.
Yeah.
I mean, cooling fans, you could have all them if you wanted to, but I don't know if there's use. So,
yeah, I mean,
I'm just taking what I got and hope for the best.
At some point, you're just going to have to wing it and, do the best you can. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, that's where we're at. I mean, we're going to take what we're going to take, and we're going to see what happens. I mean, I've got some spare sensors, so.
Yeah, those definitely go out.
Worst come to worst, I'll go get in my truck and pick the car up and ride around, drink beer all week.
Yeah. Ain't a bad way to spend your time.
It's a win-win either way.
Yeah, you're in Florida watching drag racing. I mean, you're doing better than us in this cold-ass garage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I'm jealous. I kind of wish I would be able to go do something like that. Our passion lies at the drag strip, and the crossover is what you're doing. The problem is just we don't have the money. I mean, you got to invest a lot. I mean, you could go slow. There's 950 index, 1050 index, something like that. You could go slower, but I don't know.
Well,
it took me 4.5 years to get this car done, so it's not like I got it done.
Yeah, our cars wouldn't do good. Our cars would not do good.
No, I would get maybe out of the parking lot.
Yeah, and
I would run out of fuel faster than anything.
And it'd be uncomfortable on top of that.
Oh yeah, yeah. So, what is the comfort level? I know you've driven it around. It's pretty. I've been in it. It's pretty comfortable. It rides
it's not
nice.
bad. I mean, I don't mind riding for an hour. A little more than an hour is pretty decent. So.
Yeah, you're just gonna take
but
multiple
after that
breaks.
point, we need to go take a whiz.
Yeah,
get something to drink. Take 10 minutes away and jump back in. So.
Yeah. And when you drive around, are you on E85 or are you on race gas?
I've got the car set up now right on E85 or pump gas. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, because that's one thing I've heard people. I don't know about the sick week but I know on the other Dragon drives I've heard people have trouble finding E85.
You can find it in Orlando. You can find it in Bradenton.
Yeah.
But like Gainesville, you can't find any at all.
Yeah.
South Georgia, you can't find it at all, so we'll be on gas the whole time there. So.
Yeah, so I'm hoping you're going to bring some fuel containers so you can put it on E85. either that or you're going to hang some pistons.
Yeah, I've got 15-gallon race gas coming with me, and and just do the week on either E85 when I can find it or pump gas when I can't find it. So.
I saw you fit the trailer in your trailer. You sent me a picture of that. but have you driven around with the trailer on the car?
Yeah, I put about 20 miles on it. Seems fine.
It seemed not too bouncy and all that?
No, ride's good.
Good.
Yeah. Man, I'm just I'm stoked for you, and I'm hoping to hear some updates, and we're going to have you on again after you get back because we want to hear some stories.
From beginning to end, we want to hear everything that you have to offer on your experience.
We're going to send you a journal, and I need you to give me a full-page report.
I can have it like my diary every day or what?
Yeah. Dear diary. No one was more... Dear diary. Nobody was more...
We're done.
Yeah. It's going to be cool. I know there's a lot of effort and hard work it's gonna take a lot. I mean, no matter what, you're gonna run into something that is gonna be an issue. I don't know anybody that goes through it scot-free. But there's a lot of cool people to meet there, and that's one thing I'm jealous of you. You mean you're gonna be down there with Cleater, with the Ruby, Jeff Lutz. What about obviously Tom Bailey's gonna be there, and you got what is the engine builder?
Steve Morris.
Steve Morris, there you go. He's got another YouTube channel. He's going to be down there. So there's a lot of heavy hitters, a lot of cool people to meet. Plus, I'm sure 1320 will be there. Your car definitely fits what they like and are interested in. So you'll probably be in that too.
And you know me, I like to go down the street and do a little partying. So we've been to Mexico together before.
Oh, have you? Cool. Yeah. I've been to Mexico.
That's a story in itself.
It turns out it's not very far away from places. It's a lot closer than you think.
We can tell that story. That's what we need to tell. So.
Yeah. Well, okay, we can talk about it. We won't name tracks, but we were at a track together, and I had to get some flip-flops.
We already said we were going together. So
no, we didn't. No, we did not. Particularly now, we could have been a different one. Nobody's saying. But I needed some flip-flops, so we went to the Dollar General. And my biggest thing is I didn't really want to do anything other than just two-step check it at stoplights. So that's all I was asking to do. It's just two-step it. So we went to the Dollar General. They turned out not to have any flip-flops, so it was a failed mission. But the first thing right out of the gate, we came up, and there was a car accident, so the traffic was just completely stopped. So I get out and walk over. I get out of the car and walk over. I said, two-step it. And pop, 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 pop. You see people ducking under. They're getting shot at and stuff. But, man, it's a smooth riding car. But on the way back, he decided to give her the juice, and I tell you,
no, Corey decided we needed a two-step check.
Yeah, we needed one more two-step. Yeah, we needed one more two-step check, and dude, that thing, it even on the street, it launches as hard as my truck does. Mm-hmm. You know, it didn't keep the launch going because it ran out of traction, but man, it is an impressive vehicle. You've built something that you should be real proud of.
And are we able to show the video?
Yeah, we've already showed it in the last podcast.
Okay, so this was obviously done in a well-controlled environment.
Yeah, Mexico.
In Mexico.
Yeah.
And
the track nearest to Mexico.
But me and Bill and Nick and I think Bub or whoever else was down there with me, we were like down in Mexico at the track. We were like, those guys should be getting back soon.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you hear a mile away.
Oh, yeah, the thing's fairly loud.
It was like, oh, there they are.
Yeah.
They're on the way back.
Well, I tell you, on the video, you see the video it comes back, and I'm not holding the phone anymore. It comes out of my hand, and it's actually pinned against my chest. I'm trying to grab it. That's the reason it's so shaky. So it is an impressive ride, man.
Yes.
It's just so cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, on two-step check, you've already got the boost there, so why waste it?
Yeah, you can't. I mean, that'd be a shame to waste all that boost.
Yeah, it's got to go somewhere. Might as well go
all this boost and nowhere to go. All right, man. Well, we are looking forward to the stories, so make sure you try to keep those front of mind as possible. And then give us some pictures of the tracks as you go along. Let us know how everything goes for you. And if you need any help, I'm only a plane ride away. I'll be down there. Chris, you can go.
Come to Orlando Saturday. We'll pick you up.
I'm gonna look at my schedule. I may, because you can get cheap flights out of Louisville area.
Oh yeah, you can get down there $200 probably.
Yeah, that wouldn't be that bad. I just have to look at the schedule. Maybe I'll go down there a couple of days.
Yeah.
Do you have to do the entire event? Just need to be there day one, right? And then you can just kind of get out after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just need to be there day one.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll look.
You'd want to be there longer than that.
I won't. I'm not leaving.
Yeah.
That's what they make sick days for. It's sick week. I'm sick.
Week, yes. Is that where it came from?
No, it's. I don't think it's week. It's 6. The number six is where it. Well, it's they. So Tom Bailey's car was I think it was the first one to the 6 seconds, right? So it was the 6 seconds, whatever.
Oh, okay.
So the sixth thing was coming, but then it turned into sick.
Okay.
6 week.
Yeah.
That
shows you how much I know.
Okay. Yeah, that's from. Is that your understanding, or do you have any idea? Because that's kind of where I thought it's coming from.
And Tom Bailey's got a pizza company named Sick Pizza Company up in Michigan.
Okay, so there you go.
So it just kind of fits.
Yeah. He does a really cool car show up there too during what is the street race they have, the Woodward. There you go. Yeah, that's pretty cool too.
Cool, man. Was there anybody you want to thank real quick on your way out?
Yeah, definitely like to thank my chassis builder, Derek Bevins. He's helped me a ton with the car, put the motor in, put turbos on. I was over there a couple weeks ago building a trailer hitch, so he's helped me a bunch. My tutor, Brian Friedentag, I damn sure couldn't do it without him. So, I mean, he keeps the car alive, so makes it just seem effortless.
Yeah.
Then my buddy Mike Javonis, he's helped me spec a bunch of parts out. He's got a drag and drive car that runs 750s like a bracket car. So I took a bunch of stuff that we knew worked on his and just rolled it right into mine. So it was kind of a no-brainer just to go with something that we already knew worked.
Awesome.
As far as your tutor is concerned, I can attest for that because I didn't see much dirty hands on Kevin when we were at the track. He just laptopping it. I'm over here oil and grease all over me and shit, and I still can't get it right.
Yeah, we used to timing like one time to make sure the base timing was good, and after that, don't need that thing anymore.
Yeah. Good to go. All right, man. Well, keep us in the loop, and then as soon as you get back, we'll try to get you on 1 or 2 episodes after that to hear all the stories. It'll be a lot of fun.
Sounds good. Yeah, we're going to try to shoot a video every day while we're down there. My daughter's
that'd be cool.
Do some video stuff.
Yeah, because you actually have a Facebook page, so shout that out.
Schweizer Motorsports.
All right, look those guys up because he'll be updating next week over his course of his adventures down there, and comment on there on his page and tell him good luck.
Yeah.
So
see my video of changing tires the other day?
Yeah, I did. Somebody was making fun of your hands, I thought.
Yeah. But the video, my wife, I said, what kind of music are you going to use to disturb down with the sickness? Since we're going to sick week.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it makes sense.
That was perfect.
Yeah, it's cool. All right, well, we'll be seeing you, Kevin, and we look forward to hearing from you.
Sounds good. I appreciate it, fellas.
All right, see you, Kevin. All right, man, that was awesome. I'm excited to see the results of this and see how he does down there.
Well, it's good for you because you can actually follow somebody and root for somebody.
Yeah.
I think they do it live. I'm not sure if it's through Flow Racing or if it's just through YouTube, but there'll be some live.
I'm sure there's going to be tons of videos out there.
Yeah, there'll be plenty of it. I'm sure he'll have his own. So that'll be cool. I'm excited to see what he comes up with.
Man, I was going to ask him the riddle question. He didn't get a chance to Google it. So
yeah, I had no idea what it was.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now. So if I'm holding a B, what do I have in my eye?
Spelling? I don't know.
Beauty.
What? That makes no sense.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Oh.
Kind of a stupid dad joke.
Oh, dude. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's good. Do we have any viewer mail?
Yeah, I've got one, and it is in reference to our last episode with Levi Vandenberg. One of the big races that we talk about here a lot on the podcast, Robbie Friels, he's 7-0 champion.
Yeah.
And that's the class that Levi races in now, is new to NDRL. And he just said, Robbie Friels said, it's great to have new faces run with us in the 7-0. Levi has the ability to do well and go far. And I think Robbie's scared.
Well, because he hasn't replied?
No, Levi hasn't replied.
No, but look at our reply.
Oh!
Yeah. Read our reply.
Our reply. I didn't even see that. Okay. Good attitude. This is from us.
Yeah.
From Corey, actually.
Yeah.
Good attitude, great crew, and the ability to take $20 from you every time he races you, if you want that smoke.
Come on, Robbie. We doing this or not?
So every race we go to, you could be out $40 now. Right?
Yeah, right now. If he takes me up on this now. Robbie, we're your fan club. We love you. I don't know if we can make a banner over here that says Robbie's fan club. We love you, but we also like playing around. We got to be the Hatfields and McCoy. So he's going to be the Hatfield.
So all $40 you're betting against the
Friels family.
The Friels family.
Yeah, I never said I was a good bettor.
Well, anyways, thanks Robbie for that reply. It's awesome, and Levi's awesome. He's going to do great this year.
Yep.
You're going to have some work ahead of you.
100%.
Yeah. So with that, anything else?
That's it.
Hey, wait a minute. I do want to say real quick.
Yes, sir.
linelockedpodcast@gmail.com if you want to write to us. Also, if you are listening to us on the stuff like Apple, iTunes, Amazon, all that, you can see us on the YouTube Blood Brothers Racing channel, and you can see the not the live version, but the actual video versions of all of these. So check us out there.
Make sure you give us a like, and if you really like the content, share it with a friend. That's the only way we're going to grow.
Yeah, we love hearing from you guys and hearing from fellow racers and people that want to learn about racing.
And that's the other thing. If you know somebody that wants to be on the podcast or has good stories, good storyteller, holler at us.
Absolutely.
linelockedpodcast@gmail.com.
And with that means we are out, and I don't know if we're going to do it right this time.
We're not even going to try.
We're not even going to try. All right. So I'm Chris.
And I'm Corey.
And we are Line Locked.
See ya.
Podcast. All right. See you guys.